Hello, everybody, and welcome in to a new bit of content on the Crash Course Podcast channel that is called Memory Lane. My name's Craig Crash Collins. Alongside me is new addition to the Crash Course Podcast family, Ben Bousman. Say hello, Ben.
Howdy.
And we are going to do, you may have seen B. Scott and I do this a couple of weeks ago. We reacted and did a basically, analysis of the 2018 Indy 500, where we kind of just watched that back and, basically gave our thoughts on it. So we wanted to make that into kind of a video series that we're going to bring you every week. So every Friday, this will come out August 7th. So every Friday from that point on, we're going to have a video for you guys. The content's kind of all over the place as far as, we're going to start with some NBA, because by this point, the NBA bubble is underway. And we're going to also do some IndyCar for the Indy 500 coming up in the middle point of August. We're going to do some college football and high school football because those seasons are going to start up. But if you guys have suggestions, definitely let us know. And we're going to start off with Game 1 of the 1995 NBA the Eastern Conference semifinals between the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. Now, this, of course, is the famous 8 points in 9 seconds game by Reggie Miller, where he basically comes up super clutch at the end of the game. So we're going to pick up the game at 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the game. Very different style of basketball, Ben.
Because my favorite era by far.
Favorite era? Yeah, because you have, digging into the backstory of this game a little bit. Well, first of all, you have Rick Smits, I think, had like 37 points in this game.
Probably his best game ever.
There was 52 fouls, at least to this point in the game.
Ewing was held under, I think he had like 11 or 12 points.
Yeah, so a fantastic game, a different era of basketball. And then you have the Pacers going up against the Knicks, who beat them in the Eastern Conference Finals the year before. This is a Pacers team that swept the Hawks in the first round in '95 this season. And then they have, and then the Knicks had, I think, they played four games. It was back when the first round was a best of 5. So the Pacers have breezed through the first round. They got a lot of momentum. They're a 50-win team under Larry Brown. The Knicks are also, primed and ready to go to get to their second consecutive Eastern Conference Finals as well. And then they're led by Pat Riley. So two great coaches, two legendary teams. I think this was the NBA sans Michael Jordan. I think this was during the point in time where he was playing the baseball. Yeah,
taking a little break.
Yeah.
But now you got to go through Spike Lee, too.
True.
One of the most hated people in Indiana sports history.
True. Now, is this the same series where he does the choke to Spike Lee?
I don't know if it's the same series. I know, Reggie Miller does mention the whole choke artist.
Yeah.
And this is where Miller time was sort of born. But, I don't know if this was a series or if it was the previous year that he did start doing the choke.
So let's go ahead and just hop right in here to 26 with to go in the game with the Knicks up by 4.
New York leads 96-92. Time left, just under 2.5. Miller fouled.
There you go. Right away, we got a foul.
Second foul on Starks.
Reggie Miller is going to have to do more of that. Force himself coming back right. He's showing that he can't deliver going to his left.
And, of course, this is also a series that was very well highlighted in Winning Time, the 30 for 30 by ESPN, which I'm sure all Pacers fans have seen that. Oh, come on, Reg.
That was the 50th personal foul called in this game.
I would think right now in today's game, I would think Seth Curry. Or Steph Curry. Did I say Seth Curry?
Well, Seth Curry's his brother.
No, but Steph Curry is like the version of Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
As far as shooting and who you think of as.
I was thinking earlier today before we recorded this that Reggie Miller was kind of before his time. He was, this is kind of the rough and tumble, era of the NBA where, a lot of the guys who played during this era say that the guys from today couldn't play in this era, but.
Your Charles Oakley, and
But you have Reggie Miller who, started to make it more of a perimeter game.
Right. I mean, by far, top 3 shooters. If someone said name them right off the top of my head, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, and Steph.
Yeah.
I'd probably say those would be my top 3.
Mason comes up short.
5th personal foul for Smits.
I like his mustache.
Legendary mustache by Rick Smits.
Mason's going to bring the ball out of the court and let him. Just deny everybody else and make Mason beat
Mason.
you
He
for
plays
20
an
feet.
integral part
Make him
later
be the
on.
playmaker.
Mason has 12 off the New York bench. The Knicks bench has outscored the Pacer bench 29-12.
I think you're going to provide more insight on this one than I will because
It's a 4-point.
I was because I was 4 when this happened. No, also because like when my Pacers like when I was growing up as a kid, it was the tail end of Reggie's career when you had like Jamal Tinsley, Jermaine O'Neal, Steven Jackson, and Ron Artest for a little bit.
That is the
Meta, good old Meta.
Yeah, Meta World.
Whatever he is
Changed it.
now.
I was gonna say he changed it again.
You've got to step over there in anticipation, not wait till he's already sliding by the screen.
Reggie Miller looking over.
Am I the only
Spike
one
Lee
whenever
as
you
he
see
makes
Patrick
that free
Ewing,
throw?
Alan
Spike
McAvoy Space
responds.
Jam?
I mean, I always just feel bad because he never got a title.
Yeah, not even in Space Jam.
Right.
Pacers have to win some of these games first, though.
They're
Very
within
valid
2.
point.
One game here.
In the playoffs, you got to win.
Here. That's just not enough.
Magic number for Indiana to win is usually 100. They have 90.
I mean, I don't think this was intense a rivalry as like Lakers and Celtics back in the day, but to me, I would consider this one of the best.
Right.
34 points and 7 rebounds.
Indiana has to stay together. They've lost their main
Smith
offensive
fouls out
force
34
today.
points. I knew he had 30-some points.
Antonio Davis, the normal backup center, ejected in the first half.
Oh, wow. So they're without any of their inside guys. Well, good thing they got one of the best shooters.
Yeah.
And now Ewing's patience, his experience.
Yeah, I honestly forgot Larry
Mitch just
Brown
moves
was
up
the
too
head
close.
coach of the Pacers for a little
Keep
bit, and I
those
didn't realize
arms
Pat
up,
Riley
don't
was ever the
reach
coach
in.
of the Knicks.
A lot of ball, but
You
plenty of
mainly
arm-
think of him
plenty
as a
of
Heat
arm as
guy.
well.
Yeah, Heat, Lakers.
Ewing hits 2. Timeout, Indiana.
Taking it back to the whole, the guys that play today. It's kind of, B. Scott and I on the podcast when the Michael Jordan documentary was coming out. I don't know why the name's escaping me of what that documentary was called. But we talked about how, like, who's better, LeBron or Michael? And I made the argument for LeBron that, like, athletes are bigger, tougher, stronger today,
points for the
and that's
Pacers
why I
this time
might
in
lean
this
LeBron. But it's kind of funny that, like, the guys today are built for this era,
That's what I'm saying.
and yet the reason why they couldn't play in this era is because flopping exists.
Right. I mean, if everything today was played, like if they were allowed to basically go all Kurt Rambis and like body slam
Right.
somebody on the floor, it'd be a lot different.
Okay. Let's see if we can. I'm a little hesitant to go for it at all, but we'll see. Remember Sports with Fans?
Yeah.
that was crazy, right?
Where the players don't have to sit,
Yeah.
opposite rows and.
It's Ewing time.
Is it though?
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
FYI, nickname of Rick Smith.
We
Dunking
said
Dutchman.
earlier Rick Smith's wanting
Interesting.
to make a statement in this series
Interesting.
against Patrick Ewing that he belongs among the NBA's elite centers. He certainly had the edge on Ewing today. He just fouled out, though, hurting Indiana's chances.
The numbers that count, though, are the one that's going to be the first one to 4 in terms of victories.
Almost a try.
Shot clock going to be a problem here. Pacers into nothing offensively.
Jackson spins, blocked. Again missed underneath.
Shot clock.
Shot clock expires. Did the Pacers call a timeout first? Now the discussion.
Pretty sure if I had to go into a fist fight and I had a free pick,
We have a
I'm picking
timeout.
Oakley.
Yeah.
We'll be back after a word
I do
from
this
your
tough.
local station. We still don't know what happened. Did they call a timeout? zone.
You must
Still
have just like the raw footage.
1 second on the shot clock.
Here we go. I'll make a cut.
Oh, what up, buddy?
What's up?
Hey, I didn't know you were good.
No,
No,
good.
you're good.
Good. What's up? I'll yell at you before I get out of here.
Come on now.
It definitely doesn't look like a lot of space between, you know.
So it looks like what they're
Here's what happened
reviewing
on that
here
last play. There
is
was
if
no
it went out
shot
on
clock
Oakley.
violation.
Is that what we're looking at? If it went out on Oakley or if it
sailed out of
was...
bounds, called timeout. So New York timeout, Knicks possession.
Oh, to see if
timeout.
it's
Three
out. Okay.
times effectively today.
And I believe they're out of timeouts. They are indeed out of timeouts. Ewing's turnaround partially blocked by Davis. Reggie Miller against Starks, laid it in. 2-point game.
Now Jackson has got to take advantage of Greg Anthony. Those silly plays by gambling Indiana defense. They got plenty of time left in this game.
You see the game clock on the right of your screen.
Where is Jordan in these playoffs? Because
Ewing turns on
I was like, I know
Davis.
Shaq's on the Magic
And one.
during this play.
Where's Jordan at?
Yeah.
On a yacht?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I mean like during these playoffs. Let me look at the 1994
Derek McKee is
Bulls
just
from these
fouled out of the
playoffs.
game.
94.
Ewing, who started the season slow due to the offseason knee surgery, carries his team down the stretch on their relentless pursuit of their first championship in 22 years here in New York. Ewing, the similar pose to the celebration at the end of last year's 7-game series. Just getting started today, though. And it's the road victories that are
Yeah,
the
Michael
ones
Jordan
that are
was on
important
the
in this.
Bulls. So,
Byron Scott has replaced McKee, so Larry Brown getting another 3-point shooter in the game as Mason attempts the free throw and comes up short, but Anthony waits in for the rebound. Big board.
Got a foul.
yeah, I mean, if you're a Pacers fan right now, too, you're probably like, all right,
Got a
well,
foul right away.
you know, game one, or like, here we go again with the Knicks.
How many
And people
times
are emptying
are
out of
games
stands
decided
and
by
leaving.
Yeah.
the rebounds on free throws, not free throws that are made.
And that's the crazy
And
thing.
Greg
It's not
Anthony,
that
what a
long
big
ago
role
the
he
Knicks
has
were good.
played in this
And like
game.
had a,
Smith
I mean,
fouled out
it's
with
what at this
34.
point,
Ewing had an off
25
day.
years,
And Anthony,
20,
who came
20
in
years
for Derek Harper
Since they
after Harper
actually-
picked
yeah.
up
30
his
years,
second technical, has
Math.
come up big for New York.
No,
Yeah,
it's 20.
I mean, they had a couple runs there with like Carmelo and stuff in
Greg
like the
Anthony
early 2000s, but early
sitting on the
2010s.
bench,
But
kept his mouth shut this year, matured a lot. Again, his 4th season. So much
The other teams
promise
had a lot
coming out of UNLV.
between ownership and just certain
Finally,
players. They've had a lot to
coming to the
deal with
top.
in the past couple of years.
Starks
Yeah.
hits two. New York leads 103-97 as the Pacers call a timeout.
So it's a
Greg
4-point
Anthony
lead
with
for the
that
Knicks.
Big rebound. He has scored 13 points, including
Yeah,
a key
6-point
3,
lead for the
and the
Knicks.
Knicks
Yeah.
in
With-
control.
24 seconds. So yeah, essentially, I mean, typically you would think, all right, well,
Over.
yeah, it's over. Let's go
Hold the
to
ball, get fouled. you
yeah.
know.
Very intense there.
A lot of talent in that family.
Yeah, very true. Well, didn't he say, like, in an article that, like, his sister's actually, like, the better shooter of the two?
He did.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I think they even had him come back to call a Knicks Pacers series a couple years after us. Maybe a lot of
103-97,
years
New
after
York
this,
leading,
but I know he did.
24.7 seconds left.
Well, the
Anthony,
last
one of the
Pacers
heroes, Mason,
playoff
two off the New
series
York
win,
bench.
I think,
a game that has seen 55 personal fouls,
was
tying the NBA playoff record
it can't
set
be.
in a 4 overtime.
I mean, they came close.
Because they played the Knicks, I think, in like the 2012 or 14 or something
That'll
playoffs.
set the record.
Maybe it was 14. I don't know.
Maybe Anthony's not a hero after all.
The bench.
I know
Yeah.
when.
was key today.
Actually, no, he's
Harper
not a hero.
and
Actually,
Ewing
I know
not
when
having
Bird
the
was
typical
coach.
big games, although
You
Ewing
know,
was magnificent in the stretch.
Who did they play that year when Larry Bird
Numbers won't show that.
was coaching them? Because I know I watched it. I sat there, and yet I can't remember who the heck it was.
yeah.
And Greg Anthony supreme today.
And they always get so close. Like in the past couple of years, you know, they've had pretty good
as
teams.
soon as
And
this
then
game is over. That's
before,
the
you
middle
know,
game of
Paul
our
George
triple
goes
header.
and snaps
Game
his
5,
leg in
the
half.
Rockets
And
Right.
They had a good.
Well, and like think about that. Think about the like Pacers, like since maybe this point in time, like. The Pacers are a great team, but they have to go through Jordan.
Go for the steal.
The
If
Pacers,
not,
for the
foul
longest
immediately.
time, have been a playoff contender, but have had to go through LeBron. LeBron finally leaves. Victor Oladipo breaks his leg in half too. It's just like Indiana sports in general. Not to say, I mean, believe me, not to say in the slightest that the Indiana sports has been anything like Cleveland or Minnesota or anything like that, but like.
String of bad luck.
But like, even with the Colts, like Peyton always had to go through Tom Brady. Then Andrew Luck is basically beaten to a pulp because Ryan Grigson can't put a line around him. So
Anthony gets the first one, but the Pacers got a break with Ewing in early careless foul trouble. Both teams feeling their way
4-28
out. The
at
game
Madison
never
Square
achieved its
Garden.
flow until late. Harper gets ejected.
this is like the heyday of the Garden.
Smits has a monster game.
Greg Anthony hits 2 to extend the New York lead.
Back up to 6.
Yeah, back up to 6. I think this is the timeout preceding the 8 points in 9 seconds. Why do they keep doing this? Skip ahead.
But look how empty it's.
Yeah. Well, I mean, rightfully so. You mean thinking that, like, oh, okay.
7 seconds left.
You're well within your right here to be like, well, it's probably over.
As expected, the Pacer offense not
good old starter
disciplined enough,
jacket.
not
I missed
hungry
those.
enough, not sharp enough to get Reggie Miller the shots he needs, to get Derek McKee the ball where he needs it so he can take shots other than fading to his left across the key.
Underway, Houston and Utah tied at 2 early. We'll be going there at the conclusion of this game. A game that's seen nearly 60 fouls called. Actually, that is short of the record for both teams in a playoff game. Miller for 3.
This is the clip
and he
I've always
got it.
seen.
Reggie Miller
Nails
with a
the
clutch
3.
tray, and it's 105-102.
Ugh. There had to be something that happened there. I don't know if you want to call it a foul or something.
Now I know in an interview they mentioned a slip, and then someone had asked Miller, was there a little shove off? And he's like, well, I'm not going to say if there was or not, but whatever happened helped my shot.
Yeah. Can't do anything about it now.
Yeah,
so
behind the 3-point line and hit again.
back-to-back threes.
What presence of mind, but then to foul there, the Knicks had no timeouts. You basically
And just
have to
like
play
that, I
overtime
mean, that's
if you're the
insane.
Pacers
Like, that's
in
just something
situation.
that that's such a momentum swing too. That like
Right.
Miller's gonna
you're
make
up by
every
6,
set the screen, he
and
steps
then
behind, makes
boom,
the first jumper.
3,
Inbound pass, Greg Anthony
and then
stumbles, and they can't
yeah.
get to him. The
And-
ball gets
yeah,
stolen.
I mean contact for sure, but like
Timeout.
also like that's the era. That's the era that's playing.
Now I also had heard that. Who was it? Mark Jackson said that you could tell
Pacers
John Starks
have to
definitely
box
did
out
not
here
want
if
any
they
part of
expect
these
to
free
win
throws.
this game.
But then Reggie
Last
said you put him in a
time,
game
similar
right now today and he hits both
situation,
of
Anthony
them.
with the
Yeah.
offensive board. A make is okay for the Pacers.
Jeez, misses them both.
When Ewing misses the putback.
Oh my God.
Reggie Miller the rebound and a foul with 7.5 seconds.
Just disbelief.
Matt Riley is saying, what is going on here? My normally surefire shooter John Starks,
Better
one of
loosen
the
that
great
tie.
clutch players
Yeah.
in basketball, streaky, yes, but normally finishes plays like that. Misses 2 free throws. Pacers still can't get the rebound. And now Reggie Miller at the line for 2 free throws after Ewing just a bit long.
Miller has hit 12 of 13 in the game. For only the second time in 16 games here at the Garden against the New York Knicks, Indiana has reached 100 points. They won the other time. Maybe this will be the
heck, he's got the benefit of having all that pressure off because they tied it. Where Starks is like, oh, what did we just give up?
Yeah, we gave up a 6-point lead in a matter of seconds. I'm assuming they're out of timeouts. Oh my god.
Yeah, they mentioned they were.
Time runs out.
Jeez.
Reggie Miller scoring 8 points in the final 32 seconds. Taunting Spike Lee and 19,000 at Madison Square Garden.
One of the most remarkable comebacks in all of basketball. They never gave up, and the Knicks gave them a chance. Missed free throws.
And Dan Hicks has Reggie Miller. Dan?
All right, Tom, just an unexpected turn of events there in the last minute. What was going through your mind? You knew you had to get a quick couple threes.
Well, we knew we had to get a 3. We were down by 6. If we got a quick 3 on that, we knew they had no timeouts. We had to pressure the ball. We overplayed Anthony. Mason choked and threw it to me. I hit a 3. And we almost cost us the game when Sam, made that foul, but John Starks choked. We came up big.
Reggie, maybe the difference between this year's team and last year's team, this team never gave up hope during the last portions of this game, even though it looked like you were on the losing end.
Last year, I'm not going to lie, coming in here for the Eastern Conference Final, we didn't think we could win. We feel we can sweep this team. This is for you, Indiana. We're coming back. Yes!
All right, Tom Hammond.
All right, Dan. Reggie Miller, 8 points in the final 32 seconds.
I think we
we'll
can bring
Miller
out of retirement.
I think so.
Of the Houston-Utah
game. It's just for 8 games in the bubble, right?
Game 5 between Houston and Utah.
So just have him stand behind the 3-point line.
Yeah. So Pacers win. They win this game. They go on to beat the Knicks in 7, and then they lose in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Magic. I think. They end up losing to the Magic. So. But a Pacers team that was very talented, very good, and then one of the most iconic moments in Indiana Pacers history.
Or sports history.
Yeah, sports history, yeah. NBA history. Hey. All kinds of history.
Yeah, history.
All right, guys, that was Memory Lane. Hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. Like I said, we do want your guys' suggestions, so if you want us to dive into stuff, we do have kind of a plan for these first 4, but then we're going to kind of decide on the fly where we want to go from there. So let us know what your input is, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.